What is happening right now? Who is that? Working on the weekend like usual, you know. So I love when
Yeah.
people show cards and they have like a fire track in the back. That
Dude,
that
are you
gets me hooked.
watching?
I'll
Are you
leave a comment.
watching? You watching YouTube? You watching card stuff? You're in Mexico? The question I get asked the most is, where is Andrew? Where's Andrew?
I'm a behind the scenes guy. I like to kind of watch what you guys do from afar. You know, just
I'm watching
judge
from
like an
afar.
eagle, or a hawk.
I'm an eagle. Want to fly like an eagle?
Episode 629 of the best sports card podcast in the world. And if I didn't believe that before, I believe it now after watching what I think it might be the best panel ever, How to Be a $1 Million Collector, featuring Eric Myers, Leighton Sheldon, and yours truly, Mr. Cage Lawyer, rocking some Jordans, a blazer, and just a whole bunch of swag. By the way, Jay Lee did a great job moderating as well.
He did. He did. Second best moderator in the game.
That's facts. All right, so
Second best in the game.
you know
you're
we are.
first.
Everyone's like
That was a compliment.
positivity.
You know you're first.
I like moderating. It's fun. I like interviewing people. I like learning. So we want to jump on here. My play is incredible. I texted Cage. I text him this like maybe once every year. I'm like, I got a money-making play. I think of myself as a social anthropologist. Someone said on the internet. I thought that was hilarious. But I really, really like my play. But first, I want to hear what's got, you know, when Cage and I don't get a chance to talk in the mornings, it's interesting. It could go one of two ways, right? Sometimes, you know, he's on cloud nine. His NFTs are doing great. His Panini NFTs
I haven't
are
even
going
looked. I haven't even looked.
Let's not even talk about them. Let's not. Cards are going great. He feels the positivity. But then there are days where he's like, I'm going to let someone have it. And I feel like today is one of those days where you're going to let someone have it, and I can't wait.
No, you asked me if I like low energy. I am. But here's why, right? I didn't really eat much yesterday. And then I got to the the after hours party, and they got some New York style pizza, which is about as New York pizza as Michael Scott gets at Sbarro.
Did they flu game you? Dude, I fucking knew it, dude, because you can't trust anybody out there. They poison the pizza.
No.
Because they know they have Game 6, Jordan. You're going to show out tonight on the UFC panel, and they food poison.
No, the pizza was fine. But look, it's free pizza. You know, I mean, you can't complain when the pizza's free.
Nothing's free.
But so it's all free. So then I woke up today and walked around the show. You know, did my stuff, sat in some panel stuff. You know, said hi to folks. Walked around, bought a card. I bought a card. I bought a card. I'll show you what it is. And then I'm hungry. I'm hungry. So I want to get some food. And people are talking about this, what's it called? Cane's. Is that it? Cane's? Is that a food? Oh, we'll go to Cane's. So NBT is there. Manny's there. Manny's wife, Callie's there. You know, I'm like, oh, let's go through this Cane's. I've never had it, you know, unless you're going to show me where an In-N-Out is or, something else that's like Vegas that I don't get, you know, myself in where I'm from.
And then the slab stock guys show up and tell you why F1 is going to be the next big thing, and you throw up your food.
No, actually, so Manny was talking to the slab stocks guys, Nate, and we were just waiting for Manny to come and, eat. So no one wanted to be the bad guy and be like, stop talking, we have to eat. But I went over and I said, hey, Nate, have you ever had Cane's? I think that's what it is. He's like, no, let's go. I'm like, come with us.
The story gets more exciting.
Then we wait for Aaron and the whole crew. And we got outside, and NBT, I'm going to blow you up a little. I'm sorry, Will. I love you. But, we're going to walk. We're going to walk to the Planet Hollywood because that's where it is. So we walk through the whole hotel. We're still in the MGM, so I guess it's not that bad. But it's a lot of walking. We walk. We get outside, and he says, oh, my mistake, guys. It's a Chick-fil-A. Well, I'm like, all right, I'll eat Chick-fil-A. I mean, it's not the same, but I'll eat Chick-fil-A. It's fine. I don't mind that. And somehow, I don't remember whose idea it was. Maybe Callie. It's like, hey, there's a Shake Shack right across the street. Let's just go there. So we went across the street and had Shake Shack. So why am I low energy? Not because I didn't get the food that I wanted, because I am a Shake Shack fan. but I ate a spicy chicken sandwich, which is a big sandwich, like a spicy chicken, fried chicken sandwich, a double shack burger, so that's 2 shack burgers, and a strawberry shake, and then another double shack burger. So I had 2 double shacks, a big ass spicy chicken, buffalo chicken sandwich, a shake, and they brought over a little like free sample, like ice creams, that kind of stuff. So I'm a little, zap for energy here. I'm a little like, I'm in like a little bit of a food coma. So, that's it. I don't want to attack anybody. I mean, if I were going to, I would say it was interesting listening to eBay announce to the world on their panel that there's room for everybody in the business. There's room for Ken Golden. There's room for eBay. And there's even room for PWCC.
They said that?
Yep. Interesting, right? How the turntables have turned.
Read the room, no? A little bit? That's not where you make that announcement. Did the room go quiet?
Well, the eBay person, he was all over the place. Some of it good, some of it
shocking.
Yeah.
I'll play this role, as someone. I'll play the mediator between a divorced parent.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's misunderstanding. Sometimes someone says something about someone's mom, someone says something about someone's dad, and
your
3
mom
years later you don't even know who started the fight. It kind of snowballs on itself, and I think it's a marriage that can be given another chance.
In the same 2 minutes, eBay said that Peyton Manning's rookie card was weird, with Peyton Manning sitting right there. But then explained, though, that the reason it became cool instead of weird was when it was explained to them that the card was taken of Peyton Manning on a trampoline. That picture where he's like jumping in the air, throwing the ball, the Topps Chrome rookie. So, and then pivoted to, we're going to have, eBay is going to have digital. Digital is a part of the future. Digital. And it would be cool. That card's not cool. But if you somehow made a digital version that explained the story behind the card, that then it would be cool. And I left. I'm like, I felt, how you must feel when you're smoking the wacky weed and you can feel your brain cells dying as you puff, give? That's how I felt my brain cells dying.
So like in this,
so clearly, guys, we are not sponsored by eBay. We are not sponsored by eBay, and now have no chance to be. But
it's actually, dude, 10 minutes ago, eBay DM'd us from their new handle file of eBay Collectibles, and they said, "Hey guys, stop by our booth." Straight up, I'm not lying to you. And I said, "Hey guys, welcome to the Gram," thinking that, hey, maybe we get another sponsorship or reward our Tiger holders. It's been great. There's no podcast that's notable in the sports card hobby that is sponsored by eBay. So it'll be a perfect marriage.
Little shot? Was that a shot or was that an accident? Was that a little shot?
No, Freudian slip. It was a slip. Okay. I can't. I don't know what I'm saying.
Hobby positivity coming from Andrew today, folks. Listen, I'm going to pivot.
Dude,
this event is awesome.
It's sports cards, Cage.
It is awesome.
We should remember that. I've been to a lot of conferences. This is sports cards.
It's not a conference. There are happy people here. I'm being dead serious. People are happy. There are some that aren't happy. I would bet, look, it's the first time doing this, and I would bet there are learning experiences to be had from doing it the first time. The dealers who all set up yesterday probably were not thrilled with the deal flow and the amount of people who were in for the first night, when the first night was just for the signature badge people who spent a lot of money because they wanted to hear the presentation. They were coming in to hear the signature stuff, and they might not be the people who are going to be bringing, a box full of slabs to make deals or looking at the table to buy, UFC cards and whatnot. That might be something that might get changed. Like maybe the marketplace is open to the general public, and maybe you have the speakers off somewhere else for the signature badge people. But beyond that, it's interesting. I talked to Darren Ravel. He agreed. It's sort of like a step in the right direction. talked to Peter SGC. Saw him today. He was great. Was on stage. I talked to a lot of people, and generally speaking, the response
Before your food coma.
Yeah, before my food coma. Generally speaking, the response was it's clean. You know what I mean? It was a clean setup. It's a more modern looking way of presenting this, and we don't look. I forget who said it. A couple people probably said it. I think Josh Luber said it, but he might not have been the only one. Where they say, we're out of the basement. Like, you feel like it's okay to be public about its sports cards. You say it as like, oh, it's baseball cards, right? But you feel like, wow, like the other convention here this weekend is a weed thing. So you totally messed up by not coming. There's like a weed convention going on at the same time as the sports card stuff.
You think they're free? Are there free samples?
I would imagine there are.
You got it, right? You got a sample.
There's gotta be, man. There's gotta be. So, but yeah, you blew it.
Shout out to our team. I didn't blow it. Our team is holding it down. You're doing great on slots.
You blew it.
Will is leading people to Chick-fil-A. Manny's having killing it on the slots, and then Callie gets a white sparkle to it. Is there better timing? So talk to us a little bit about that Panini Digital setup.
So, it's a cool setup. You walk in, and as long as you have the Panini app, which they let you download it right there, they snap a picture of you. They're going to email it to you. I still haven't gotten mine. It was probably in my junk folder. I'm sorry, but I don't have it. I was looking for it. I was going to post it because I look good. So anyway, then once they have
you get all squinty eyed when you smile.
I don't know. It's just what I do. It must be all the weed I smoke. Make me all getting squinty eyed.
Have you blazed? You brought up weed like at least 7 times. Have you wanted to? Is it because you're away from your family?
I've never engaged in that herbal enhancement. Is that the right word? I have not done. The hardest drug I've ever used is probably the caffeine in my Coke Zero.
Why are you under the impression that cigars are less intense than weed?
Cigars, but this is me without any type of chemical enhancement. Imagine me, without.
What is fast food? What is 7,000 calories?
That's a talking point for you. It's almost like saying that the metaverse is just a fancy Zoom. It fits your narrative, and it's kind of stupid. But fast food is fast food. It's not. Sugar is sugar. Sugar's natural, just like your hemp is natural, and I get it and I understand. But I don't have too much sugar, to be honest. I try to stay away from sugar. I have the sugar substitutes. That's much better. It's a chemical version of it. So anyway, point being, it's a lot of fun, man. We're having a good time. We're having fun at this conference. A lot of people putting in a lot of work. And, you get to see that here also, right? I see Christina's PC is just hustling like crazy, running around. They got cameras. She's, you don't realize, how many people, are involved in this stuff. Alec Jaimo running around like crazy. I see Ezra, from Collectible doing his thing.
Can we talk about that? Because I think it's a good point. Like, a lot of people have been in cards, whether it's a long time or short time, but they're in it from a collector standpoint. They've maybe never had the opportunity to learn how a business works. And regardless of what you think kind of opinion is, there are a lot of people that are building, let me put it in that, that's their business on the back of the hobby. And it takes a lot of work. Like, just to talk about Card Ladder, like the more I get to know Christina and to see kind of pictures and how well organized Mint is, and I know they asked her for help, there's no secret why Card Ladder is successful, because it's not just Chris and Josh who do the crossover. It's also the behind the scenes cage. Operations are no joke, and I think a lot of people think the things they see in the beginning, in the front, but they don't realize operationally what needs to happen. You and I used to have fights over systems. Yeah, but systems are important. Like, let's say you're recording content at Mint. You really do want clips to go out almost instantaneously on your socials. You want live content to go out on your socials. You want candid, meeting the fans, right? How do you create all of that so every moving piece, and I know boring people, but I think this is important, how every moving piece complements each other. And to watch an industry evolve, that stuff has to be on point. And only people who buy into a vision can do that and execute that. Because if you don't buy in, you'll slip on the details. But I think what I'm seeing is people are really passionate, and even for little, if any pay, they're putting in their hard work, like they're putting in their hours overtime to make sure not just that they have a good time and they put on a good show, that people that come there have a good time. And I think that says something.
Listen, I think you're 100% right. And, you have to kind of be thankful for the stuff that goes into it behind the scenes that you don't even think about, right? Like you go to Disney, you enjoy the magic, you don't realize that, when they shut down at night, how many people they have, repainting things at night and, redoing all the stuff to make the magic happen. No, I'm not comparing this to, to Disney, but you understand the point, the behind the scenes, sometimes gets overlooked. And think about all the deals that are going to get done, all the businesses that are going to be, created out of this, the business offshoots, the things that happen, not just card deals, not just, buying and selling. I saw Coffee Breakers doing their thing, of course. Len Hart, Dan Fleischman, they were making moves again. They always seem to be making moves, those guys. But
I haven't met Dan Fleischman, but Len Hart is. I like the way he goes about deals because he's a little bit quieter, keeps to himself. But I found that he does a good job as a dealer.
Fleischman had an awesome Babe Ruth shirt on today. Amazing. I loved it.
Just give us a quick update, like your food coma. How are you doing right now?
So the food coma, I'm doing great. So, but okay. The food coma, the offshoot of the food coma is this, right? So I said we went with Slab Stocks. So you and I have known the Slab Stocks guys for years, for longer than our podcast. They had me on their show. I
was at their christening. It was
before we even had a podcast. I did an episode for them. I've talked to them about Jeters. I talked to them about Jordans. Some people have told me they found me, from watching that and then coming over to the podcast, which is, pretty crazy. So, but we've talked to them. We've seen them at shows. We saw them at National for a minute here or there. You stop by, you say hi. But we just sat down and had lunch. Yeah, it was Shake Shack. It wasn't fancy. Nobody's invited me to a steakhouse. I don't rank, I guess. But we sat down, we had some food, and we were talking business, business ideas, how about this? How about that? What do you think of this? That kind of stuff. And, we get up to leave and Aaron's like, that's the first time we spent more than 5 minutes together. A dance hall?
A data tool would be kind of.
A data tool. No, so he's like, the first time we spent more than like 5 minutes together. I'm like, all right, well, you're not running away screaming that I'm an asshole, or at least you'll whisper it to Nate later. But yeah, I mean, it gives the opportunity to do stuff like that. And I'm sure there are other meetings, there's other lunch meetings, there's other, brands that are getting together and, making deals or, kicking off partnerships and you name it. And that's possible because somebody had a vision of putting this thing together. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So
in the comments, let us know who would you want to see Luca, Tiger, Braun, our network, our people make a deal with. Let us know in the comments. I'm curious to hear all the creative responses we get.
It wasn't a deal with them and us per se. It was more just overarching business conversation. There was not a partnership, discussion with Slab Stocks. But it's fun to talk about the hobby and the opportunities that are in it. That's all. So you have a play.
You bought a card.
I did. I bought a card. You want me to talk about my card first?
I would love to hear. What is the card?
I bought a Cohen auto. Cohen.
Steve Cohen.
Cohen. Cohen.
Steve and let Cohen, me tell you, CEO of PSA.
Let me tell you how badly I wanted this card. Okay, it was marked $90, and I said, all right, you're probably not getting a lot of ask, a lot of bites, a lot of nibbles on this. How about $60? Take $60 for it? No. I'm gonna hold for my ask. I said, all right. How about 70? I said, no. I'm gonna hold for my ass. I say, all right, fine. Here's $80. Just give me the card for $80. No. I'm holding for my ass. Fine, take 100. I'm just kidding. I didn't actually offer 100, but I did pay the full 90 because I wanted it that badly, and I'm a horrible negotiator, clearly. And no, it is not Steve Cohen.
Tariq Cohen?
No, not Tariq Cohen. You want to keep guessing? No, you want me to just show it to you? Jeff Cohen.
Is he a lawyer friend of yours?
He actually is in insurance, yes.
Bro, what is happening right now? Who is that? That's kind of cool. Top 75. Who is that? Is that the Goonie guy?
It's Chunk from the Goonies. It's a Chunk auto from my shirt. It's a Chunk auto. It says right on there, meet the Goonies Chunk. Right there, meet the Goonies
Dude,
Chunk.
You took it one step further and went and got a 10,000 calorie meal, literally.
The Steven Spielberg produced film The Goonies is one of the top 10 highest grossing movies of 1985. Co-star Jeff Cohen portrayed Lawrence Chunk Cohen. I guess he used his name. Topps issued a card series to coincide with the film's release. Yes, there are Goonie cards. And yes, that is going to be something I start to buy.
That's kind of cool.
Cards.
I like that it's Topps. And I like it's the logo, Top 75. Kind of like exquisite vibe to it, huh? They should put his patch in there.
I mean, it's a sticker auto, which is kind of negative. But yes, if they took that shirt, if there was a patch auto of that shirt,
forget about it.
I would own every one of them. I would own them all. But yes, so I showed that thing to everyone. I'm like, I bought a card, check it out. And the reactions are pretty favorable. They're pretty funny reactions, but mostly for people who are near my age. They think it's awesome. But yeah,
don't buy what you love. Buy what other people love.
Well, not on this. This is like a collection.
No. I'm guessing he's going into my play cage. This is
okay,
my friend. You have done so well. Guys, we do 629 episodes. This shit isn't scripted. I don't know as a host what to do with this guy. He knows he's got a big weekend ahead.
So
imagine like feeling like a champion. Like, this is how he thinks he's Michael Phelps. You legit think you're Michael Phelps right now.
I am. Dude, I got all this energy. I'm all fueled up. It'll kick in at some point.
It's unbelievable.
The meat energy, it'll kick in sometime soon.
That was a hibernation, Jan. That was like, shut up, wrap up your play, and let me get a little bit of a nap. So I'll get right into it.
Yeah, let's a nap time.
Buying what you love is great, and I love that card. But when we talk about making money, Cage has talked about buying what others love. And I think there's two criteria to that. That's demand for the athlete and demand for the platform or the card, right? Yep. Like I think there 100%. Has to be a crossover between that. And I've heard people talk about this platform for a while, and it kind of reminds me of Top Shot last year. And it's UFC Strike, right? It's kind of bubbling beneath the surface. Remember the Series 1 packs? And it was like, it's really slow. You could just buy them right off the internet. Like we bought 10 at a time. You, I think, put in like 100 orders.
Yeah.
And then like 3-4 weeks later, the mainstream came, right? Yep. You got that FOMO. That crazy run. So I'm starting to sense a little bit later in that process, UFC Strike. The marketplace needs a little bit of work. The UI needs work, but it's clean, man. It's simple. And the athletes of the UFC are promoting it. If you go to like UFC Strike, you'll see Adesanya on his smartwatch, wearing it on his necklace, like having fun. So UFC, that's always good when the sport wants to market and promote, right? UFC has a huge global reach. UFC Strike, another amazing platform. It's so easy to buy internationally. You might want to buy UFC cards, but it's difficult. You have to get them shipped. UFC is a global sport, and you see it bubbling up, and you see people buying into it, not just from America, from all over. And someone from our audience has been talking about this for maybe a month. Take a look at it. So I've had some time to look at it. And
he sends you messages too?
Yeah. He does.
Well,
he does.
I missed out on his call.
He's someone I respect, actually, because it's never like, buy this or pump this. He's like, yo. Say again?
I missed out. Well, he said the same thing about the Mahomes stuff on All Day, the Mahomes debuts. And he said, buy these. And I didn't. And they've doubled. Since he told me to buy them, they've doubled in price.
And I mean, think about the way we found out about Top Shot last year. It was someone during Coffee with Cage said, hey, take a look at Top Shot. So a lot of our content is user generated and we love it. And that's why we answer all the DMs. We want to learn with you. I would highly recommend taking a look at UFC Strike and what they're doing. The two guys that I've been looking at are the main guys, McGregor and Adesanya. That's because I don't know UFC as well as I would like. But I'll tell you, if you guys look at UFC's earnings, they've made the most money, or they had the most revenue they've ever had in history. Conor is a global phenomenon up there with Messi and Ronaldo. There's a lot of good tailwind for UFC. There's a lot of good tailwind for digital collectibles. I think we're going to start seeing a tailwind for licensed digital collectibles because in New York, for example, they're now prosecuting these two guys who rug pulled NFTs. Well, Dapper's not going anywhere. Licensed NFTs are not going anywhere. Maybe the 10,000 PFP, decentralized ones, are going to take a hit, but I think people are going to start shifting their attention to digital licensed collectibles. UFC is a good look. NFL Blitz. What is the NFL one
All
called?
day.
Cage?
All day.
All day. I think Vive is a good look. But the one I'm talking about today is specifically UFC Strike.
You like the Conor. What's the Conor selling for?
Mate, and it's at 800 right now. There's
What?
1,500 of them. It's his
It's
only
800.
moment.
It was
I think
$398 yesterday. $398 yesterday was available for.
Yeah.
I was looking at it. It's doubled since yesterday. Did somebody come in and buy them all? Woo!
It was me.
That's crazy. That was $398 yesterday.
What I like that they did is they also added this kind of data tool or data point, I would say better. How many are available? And I think that's an important metric. Not just the price, it's how many are listed. So yeah, simple as that. Conor's been steamed, but I don't think Adesanya has been steamed as much.
Well, you got to look at the production number on Adesanya, right? Because like Khabib only has one, but I think they made 15,000 of them or something like that. And
Correct.
so his
Adesanya's have 2,300.
Yes. Well, that's the one that everybody got. I think who had like a certain number of these moments or something like that. That was like a giveaway, I think. But the Conor one is what? Is it? It's 1,500.
Correct.
1,200, something like that. So it's a limited number for his debut. Interesting stuff. I like it. The tough part about, and maybe I'll talk about this tonight, although it's not like a gotcha thing. The tough part about Dapper and their products is it's very difficult to recreate the FOMO that they had in that beginning of Top Shot. And I think part of it was the production numbers. You know what I mean? That the Series 1s, they were 1,000 of them. You know what I mean? So if you wanted a LeBron debut, there's 1,000. There's going to be more than 1,000 people who want a LeBron debut. Giannis, Steph Curry, Ja Morant, Zion. There are 1,000 of these things. And once it starts to pick up steam, clearly the supply there is going to be less than the demand. These other ones, Chimaev, and there'll be a huge demand for him, right? He's awesome. He's like a good rookie in the whole deal, Khabib. These are ones that I think the debuts should have been less. That way you have more people chasing this stuff, right? I actually just talked to Jacob, Eisberg about this today. Talk about, the population count.
He's in Vegas?
Yep. Yeah, the whole Dapper team.
Good dude.
The whole Dapper team was there. I mean, and they're very approachable and very easy to chat with. And, they're figuring it out too, like everybody else. It sometimes happens when the growth just takes off like crazy. You can't keep that up. We all knew that was going to be impossible to keep up the way it is. But then how do you try to recapture some of that? Some of the enthusiasm, some of that energy that's there. And, I think if they could, like everything else, if they could do things over again, they probably wouldn't put out moments that are a pop of 60,000, because what are you going to do with that? That's difficult. That's just a lot of supply. I like the Conor. I have to take a look at it now. Because it doesn't take a lot of people buying these things up for it to suddenly become an expensive thing. But yeah, I love it. So you don't think people should buy Goonies cards? I had to show that today. That made me happy, right? I will take that. I'll show it to people. But it counteracts what I was saying. Jay Lee kind of checked me a little bit when I said, don't buy what you love, buy what everybody loves. You got to buy what you love. Yeah, 80% of this is let's make some money. And I love making money and turning it into the next buy, right? But part of it is, and what draws you to this is that collector, right? Is that nostalgia? Is that something that, is cool that you have, a conversation piece or someone you're a fan of, that PC that you build that you're not building just because it's something you think is going to go up in value. I don't think my Jeff Cohen chunk card is going to go up in value, but I don't care. I'm going to show that to everybody. I think it's cool. So loads of fun. So Dapper,
love you, Luca Nation.
Panini. Did we get into the Panini? I think I was about to say, like, if you have the Panini app, you are able to. They give you a code, and the code is for I think a Sparkle out of 8 of NFL Prism. So you can get anybody, right? So I got Chase Edmond out of 8. NBT got Joey Bosa, Manny Flores. Manny got he got Bobby Wagner, and his wife got a Tua out of 8.
Okay,
it's pretty cool. Pretty cool out of 8. And that's a cool activation thing, also. You know what I mean? Like we're giving these out to people who are here at the show. Come to the booth. Show us you have your app. Whatnot. I said if you show you have the Whatnot app, you try the crane. You get a Prism box, or it's like a skill crane. Try to get a crane. That's fun. It's fun stuff. The only thing is, Whatnot did not have a shirt in size 2X for me, so it is what it is. I got to get thinner for national, and then I can fit in a Whatnot shirt. So what do you think? Are there NCAA games today? You expecting wins, big ones? You got like a talking point? Is Duke playing today?
I think so, dude. I don't know, man. It's with these college guys, it's hard to know. It's hard to know. Duke's playing, 7:50. Drake's excited against Arkansas. Shout out Drake, man. I like Drake Magruder. I think he's a good dude. I would want Arkansas to win. Simple as that.
I don't know, man. This is Cinderella story. Duke. This is the thing that they made of Coach K. You like my little
and the internet? I don't know why it's behaving like this, guys. I apologize. We're getting a new modem put in any day, so I apologize.
It's dial-up AOL. Well, guys, we love you. Coming home tomorrow, so I'm excited about that, and we'll figure it all out. We're having some fun. If you're here at Mint and you hear this, come find me. Come say hi. Talk to you guys later.